Hello, my name is Ruben Bliss, and I'm so very proud to present the very first episode of The Spectrum. Today, things are gonna get mystical, things are gonna get magical, because we're gonna be delving into the wondrous world of psychics. So light your sage and charge your crystals, and get ready for episode 1, The Third Eye. Now, when you think of a psychic, the first thing that pops into your mind might be something like this, or even maybe this. And that's what's so great about it. Being a psychic means something different to each and every person. But with a group that diverse, there's bound to be some good and bad. And tonight, I want to give that good its chance to shine. So I'll be sitting down with the wonderful numbers queen herself, Sarah Yip, to help break down these stigmas and learn a bit more about the mystical world of psychic. Introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. So my name is Sarah Yip, and I make a living looking at people's numbers, so their numerology, which comes from their date of birth and their name, and I help them to plan their lives and succeed and love themselves and their family. And I also do palmistry, I do cards, I do psychic work, and I do a lot of media, which is not a profession I ever saw myself in, which is ironic given that I'm a psychic now. I think spirituality is sometimes the last place people look when they've tried everything else. I think very often it's the last thing you want to face in yourself, is that you might be mortal, or you might have a soul, you might have accountability. And I remember just saying to my mum, I just need a job where they pay me lots of money for telling the truth, and it took me a long time to find it. There's only so much you can do in 24 hours a day, and you can't just exhaust yourself trying to help people who don't want to change. So yeah, it's true. It got to the point where it felt like I was actually in business just to save my own life. By the time I started my business, I was in a pretty bad state, mentally, emotionally, financially. You know, when I was first doing palm readings and everything, it was healing me hugely. Like every person I talked to was restoring my faith in humanity after I'd been very broken.
Has there been anyone you've worked with and supported that's really stuck with you and changed you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hundreds of people. Because especially once I've read for someone, I just remember them. Like, I don't always remember their name, but I remember their numbers, and I often remember their history and their palms. And and each person always changes me, because just the way I do my work, I'm like 100% there.
Do you think that sets you out from others in the industry?
I think it's the reason I'm still doing it. Yeah, there's thousands of people in my industry who start and they just, I've even had them come through my classes and stuff, and they just maybe do a couple of readings and they can't, like even just one, they're like, it's too much. Someone might talk about suicide, self-harm, a child dying. The stuff I hear is the stuff that very few people hear about in 1 week. And some of it's just too much, and they don't realise it because they'll be studying everything at home and it's all very nice in the book. When someone sits in front of you and they hold your hand and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, I've got cancer, you're like, you have to have another set of skills, which is why I have counselling backgrounds, and having worked in the humanitarian field has helped, plus I have a lot of support. But yeah, the theory versus the reality of the spiritual industry is extremely different. I would say that deep down we all know that love is the strongest force on the planet, and that there's always a way back from that decision that people can't be trusted. To be able to let someone into that level it's just a really fantastic thing, really good thing to do.